What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Ross the Boss coming at you with an all-new Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. You could see here that our 30,000 troops are moving into Mbaba to go ahead and take out whatever rebels may remain. We are going to declare war on Butua. Of course, 21,000 troops from Moravi are about to arrive as well. We'll bring in Felipe, declare our war. And we are going to move on in. I would really love to take some of these gold provinces. And of course, having more ivory could be very nice as well. We're going to speed up the game to speed 3. And we are going to look at our unrest map mode. It looks like we have a variety of provinces that are still a little upset. I think we will allow them to rebel and then take them out one by one. And the stronger units are going to move into Ndongo, because we have a variety of uprisings that are about to occur. Okay, moving you both down as well. Hopefully we don't lose this to separatists. Granting some autonomy. Do either of you have a general? Yes, one of you do, which is nice news. Now it looks like the Moravians here were not called into war. So let's go ahead, build up our spy network here as well. I'm going to use a free claim on Annaba. Bring back one of our diplomats, and as soon as we can, we're going to probably declare war on, one of these smaller nations here. Okay, you go here. These 7.8 thousand troops can move into Matsolo. Now, we are still losing income, but of course, at the end of this campaign, we're going to gain 478 ducats, and we're going to gain a lot of nice territory, especially with a gold province. And I would like to go ahead and embrace our next institution. It's going to cost me 2,609 ducats. You would think the price would go down, but it's actually going to go up for a little bit longer. There will be a tipping point very soon. What I would do for another missionary, I could go ahead and become Defender of the Faith. I just don't believe. Looks like we have a loose lips Fernando the Sixth. Could be worse, but that's fine. Certainly going to gain the 1 base tax for the rest of the game. I would rather have base tax because it's permanent than something, malleable like prestige. Sieging down Zimbabwe here. Can't wait to have all of these new provinces. I would love to be able to connect both of these. And I think I am going to fabricate a claim on Chakwi. So that way, when we declare war on Chakwi, we could take over all the provinces here in Congo. And we do have the ability to invest in new ideas. Benefits for mercenaries. A lot cheaper mercenaries for the rest of the game could be very nice as well. But we aren't really low on manpower. We are low on income, and of course having some ivory and some gold from this war should be very nice as well. Timbuktu was in the coalition against me. Songhai was in the coalition, and I believe Mali was as well. I would like to take over all of this territory from Mali. We have won the siege of Zimbabwe, moving into Butua, their capital. Did the Ndongo separatists arise? And they did. Very good news. We're about to wrap up our war here. Hopefully, you know what? Let's go ahead and take out these 13,000 troops. Gain a little bit of prestige. And I would like to take over all of Madagascar as well. But it might be in our best interests to, take it slow. We have another free colonist. Let's move you right here into Highveld. There's 5 development here. Not a lot, but not necessarily that bad. Okay, Calais here, which is English, has uprisen. Hopefully these 39,000 troops should be able to quell them. Military access from Chakwi, I don't believe we'll take that. What we really need the most would be some type of extra income, whether it be a trade ideas, which could be quite nice as well. Having a lot more trade power in every single node would mean a lot more income. And we are going to go ahead and try to go ahead and we're going to recall you. 52 days. We're going to end our war as soon as we can. Now, is it possible? I would like to recruit some kind of conquistador and explore this area as well. Man, wouldn't it be nice to have this diplomat? He's been busy for the last 24,000 days. For the last 100 years, we've been trying to, take over England, but it just hasn't been working in our favor. Royal marriage from Tuscany, we will grant you that. I would love to see a new heir very soon. Probably anybody could be better than Fernando VI of Habsburg. And peace offer from Butua. We are going to give them our peace, which means take all of their provinces. 60 aggressive expansion, none of it matters. And here we are. 133 administrative power is going to be required. And we now have all of Spanish Africa, which is quite nice as well. I don't believe we need this castle here. And as soon as we can, we are going to begin fabricating our claims, or excuse me, creating our cores. And most likely going to be declaring on Chakwi next and trying to take over all of the Congo as soon as we can. Now, we got a variety of ivory provinces. We also got some much-needed gold mines, and of course we did get a grain province as well. I may go ahead and recruit a conquistador, only because I'm curious about what type of lands are here. And I guarantee you, even though I have this magnificent path, something's going to cancel it. And I'm going to have to do it all over again. Happens every time. Okay, Ndongo here is about to have their province converted to Protestantism. Military access from Austria, I will certainly grant that. And I might even... looks like Lunda here was in the coalition against me. I'll probably declare war on Tunisia, only because they are allied with Morocco. But of course, I am going to declare war on Chakwi first, then into Tunisia, and then of course into Portugal as soon as I can. Now, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to take over all of Portugal in one go, though I will certainly try for it. To everlasting friendship, we have now gained a new heir and a new consort who is god-awful. 023 queen, but our 251 is much better than our 322, having 8 versus 7. Not much better. 100 population, getting closer to having Benguku here being completed. We may want to go ahead and having another diplomat could mean having a lot more lands. I'm not too sure what I want to do just yet. If I got quantity ideas, I would be able to have a lot more manpower and, of course, a lot more men to begin conquering some of these provinces overseas. But, if I went for trade ideas, I would have a lot more income to, of course, have a lot more men, because I would have more barracks and a lot more conscription centers. And, of course, more money means better military power and better institutions. We are going to spare no expense as soon as we can. Okay, Bengu Kulu. I'm butchering that name completely. I'm now going to move into Benka And hopefully into this island as well very soon. We now have I believe we have 2 colonies here. Is it even possible for us to create men? And it looks like it is. These are mercenaries. And we are able to produce land units as well, which is very nice. We might move into Siak here. They are allied with Parse. I don't know if I want to do that. Parse is allied with a lot bigger nations as well. So I think we might play our chances and take over 23 developmental provinces. Oh my goodness. I would love that. But of course, all we really need is just the men over there. Looks like Chakwi here is being engulfed by Kazambi. I am going to go ahead, declare my war now. Were they in the... They were in a war against me. That is just awful. Okay, well, anyway, who can we declare on? Kazambi? You were in a coalition against me. Moravia does not have a... we don't have a claim. What about Kilwa? Can I declare on you? You were in the coalition against me as well, which is understandable. How long until our truce with Portugal? Another decade. I may go ahead and begin my war with Tunisia. Tunisia will bring in Morocco. That should be fine, and that should be okay. We'll move our men into Northern Africa. We'll move one of these troops. These 16,000 troops into North Africa as well. Now, Morocco is in a truce with me, but Tunisia is not. So if Morocco does come to the aid of Tunisia, we should be able to take over some much-needed land. Austria would like a royal marriage. That is fine. We now have 2 free diplomats. We're going to send 1. This war with Tunisia might take some time, but we are going to go ahead and fabricate our claim against Moravia here. Only because I would love to take some of this gold mines. I would love to take all of this ivory. How is our trade here? Looks like this is in the Zambezi trade node, which we really don't need. We are moving 2.71 ducats, 4.13, 10.47, moving 20.25. Really, having more trade in Genoa would be probably our best option. Looks like Bengkulu here has an uprising. That's very unfortunate. I wonder why that happened. These units are going to have to move over to the Spice Islands. I also could declare war on Maldives, but I don't believe I will, at least for the time being. Kilwa is in a truce with me, so that is a little unfortunate. How much income are we losing? 10.61 ducats every single month. We should have an extra colonist heading to their destination, Avignon. They are about to see an uprising as well. Very shortly. So we'll go ahead and we'll send some units over. Quell them as best as we can. Now, in the meantime, we are losing money. I think I am going to take out a loan to go ahead and embrace our next institution. Oh my goodness, we're going to need about 2 more loans. Which will be fine. We'll embrace our next institution. That way we now have an extra merchant. And let's go into our trade map mode here. We have trade flowing all the way from the Gulf of Aden. I would most likely send somebody to Ceylon, transfer trade power. Bengal and Malacca will be our next goals. So I believe my next idea will most likely be trade, only because we need the merchants. Let's go into our subject map mode. Indonesia charter should be quite soon, and Coromandel charter should give us another merchant as well. And found the East Indian Trade Company. We should be able to gain 200 ducats, 1 merchant, and global trade power, which should be very, very nice for the rest of the game. So I guess we'll send somebody over to Bengal, assuming that they can make it. And somebody should be arriving here as well in the next 67 days. Now, I get that we have 0 trade power in both of these provinces, but if we can somehow start conquering more and more of these areas, we will send them all into Sevilla, which I do understand that we still don't have a lot of provinces here either. Now, I wonder, what would it take to, looks like Avignon did uprise. I would like to take over Genoa, Hungary, and Savoy. What if we declared war on Savoy? They are in a coalition. Genoa is in a coalition, or was in the coalition against me. We have a truce. Tuscany likes us. Naples does not. We could take over some of your provinces. And you know what? I certainly might go ahead and do that. Let's begin fabricating some claims. Who would join in? France, Provence, East Frisia, and Salzburg. We are going to go ahead, unlock the university. And I would like to get development of maritime law, but we don't have that. The price of spices has changed by 50% until the year 1821. We have finally integrated England. It has been a long time coming. Oh my goodness. I don't know how much longer we could have waited. We could go ahead and declare war on Scotland while we're here. I don't think we need all of these castles or these bastions, so we will go ahead and destroy them. It's going to require a lot of administrative power to take over these provinces. How much? We are losing 68 ducats every single month. This is ridiculous. Scotland here is allied to France, Serbia, Cleves, and Clan Richard. I don't know what my next move will be. I have a lot of ships that I really don't need. You know what? Instead of disbanding them, I'm going to take all 24 of these troops, or of these units, move them down to the Spice Islands. Looks like they already have some, so we'll take these transport ships, move them down to West Africa. With all of these troops, I don't need them, but I'm going to put them to good use. Are we really losing 68 ducats every single month? Oh my goodness. I don't think I need these heavies, so we are going to mothball them. We have a lot of ships here not doing anything, so we'll send them down to Genoa. We would lose money. Could send you to the Gulf of Aden. Where would we gain the most profit? Ivory Coast. We'll send you to the Ivory Coast. Now, as I stated, I don't believe I'm going to even keep all of these units. I might go ahead and declare war on Scotland very soon. Don't think I need this bastion. Does... France would join in. Austria would be able to help us out against France. But really all I'm concerned about is taking over all of Scotland's provinces. That way we'll have all of England to ourselves. We could quickly create a fort here on Ireland. Or, oh my goodness. Yeah, Ireland. Inside Ulster. And that way we could have all of this income for ourselves. Little curious about what to do. We are losing a lot of income, so we may need to act quickly. What would happen if we just declared war without a casus belli? 2 war exhaustion, -2 stability. I don't think I want to do that. And we finally have another free diplomat. I think I am going to go ahead. I was going to consolidate these troops. I don't think that's needed. Do I have the ability to declare war on Tunisia? I do. So I think what I will actually happen to do, split this military in half. We are losing so much money, and we already do owe quite a bit, so we're going to go ahead, most likely disband these units altogether, gaining 10 loyalty, losing 20 army tradition. I hate doing that, but, you know, we are losing so much money that something needs to be done. We don't need this many heavy ships. I don't think we even need these heavy ships, so we'll destroy them as well. We went from -60 to -18. Mainly our interest is the reason why we're losing so much money, and our massive, massive army maintenance needs to, you know, take its toll. But we only have 99,000 troops out of 117. So it's not like we're losing that much. Once we declare war on Tunisia here, Morocco will come into the fray. I think what I will do is take some of these units, which I just disbanded, repay one of our loans. We are still losing 10 ducats every single month. I think I am going to go ahead. We don't really need the manpower for now. We're going to remove this, get some sort of extra income, which I don't know if we even can. You know, trade ideas would certainly solve all of our problems. Well, if we had national unrest reduction, that could be a little bit easier to control the masses. 100 church power will be used. We are going to keep individual creeds. Asking her for money, administrative aid, military aid, manpower. I would certainly like administrative aid. All of these provinces, we're probably not going to take over many, maybe just a few. We have the ability to release some vassals, possibly Tugort and Mzab, if I can pronounce them correctly. Development of maritime law will grant us trade efficiency, which is very nice. So now some of our income will go up once again. Alright, well, I am going to go ahead and end this episode here. As always, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you in our next episode.